Quit now or else. In this video, I want to talk about cravings. I've seen lots of comments on my channel about how cravings are derailing your efforts at doing the carnivore diet. And I understand. Getting to a point where I was fully on keto before I went to carnivore was a nightmare. Just a series of stops, starts, and detours. So in this video, I wanted to share the strategies that I used to eventually kick those carb cravings. The strategies that helped me get to the point where I could watch someone eating a brightly iced donut and have no feelings about it at all. Before we get into it, a word from our sponsor, the subscribe button. I'm aiming to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of March. And YouTube tells me that a lot of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you've ever enjoyed a video on my channel, I would really appreciate it if you could take the split second right now to smash the subscribe button and help me get to that 25k goal. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into it. So you're excited to start keto or carnivore, but your carb cravings are super strong. You watch TV and a commercial comes on for Burger King or Krispy Kreme and you are salivating at the thought. Your partner or your kids eat something that's crunchy and looks delicious and you're ready to start your diet again tomorrow. You go to the supermarket, you see the cereal boxes and the granola bars and it's all too much. I understand, and so I want to share the top 4 strategies I use to finally stick to the carnivore diet and kick those cravings. Number 1 is to increase the amount of saturated fat you're consuming. The more saturated fat you consume, the more satiated you'll be for longer and the less you're likely to have cravings. When someone's eating a chocolate bar in front of you, it's much easier to ignore it when you feel satiated. When someone's eating a chocolate bar and you're hungry, it's very easy to give in to temptation. So eat as much saturated fat as you can, from beef tallow, from butter, from bacon, from all kinds of meat and animal products. Prioritize the saturated fat above everything else. The number 2 strategy is to have a craving buster on hand at all times. What I did here is I always had ready access to cheese. If I even had the slightest feeling that I was getting hungry, I would go to the refrigerator and grab some cheese and eat as much as I felt I needed to. And when you eat a snack like cheese, which has a lot of saturated fat, it's of course going to make you feel satiated, but those cravings will disappear. So I think cheese and butter are good ones. They're easy to eat and easy to carry around. The other one that's good is bacon. Cook up a lot of bacon, keep it in the refrigerator and snack on that whenever you feel a craving coming on. The number 3 strategy I used to kick my cravings was changing my routine. Oftentimes throughout the day, we are running on autopilot. When we're going to work, when we're going out to lunch, when we're going to run an errand, when we're going home at night, whatever it is we're doing, when we're getting ready for bed, we are running on autopilot. We're doing lots of things that are just habitual. And if you've got a habit of eating particular comfort foods or snacking at certain times of the day when you're doing things, those things can also be automatic too. And that means you don't even have to have cravings. If you don't have that autopilot snack that you usually have, then you are going to start feeling like you're missing out. And so to get around this, what you need to do is change your routine. For example, when you're going to or coming from work, if you can, use an alternative method of transportation or use an alternative route. If you've got the option of walking instead of driving or riding a bicycle instead of driving, do that. If you normally take a break at 11 o'clock in the morning, instead of doing that, take it at 10:30 and go for a walk instead. If your normal habit is to stay home on a Saturday evening and have wine and chocolate while you watch a movie, change that routine a little bit, perhaps go out for dinner for a nice steak, or maybe go and see a movie and just snack on some cheese or something like that during the movie time. Changing your routine, changing your habits will have a profound impact on your cravings because it gives you back a feeling of control. Now, the number 4 strategy I used was to avoid anywhere but the perimeter of the supermarket. Now, when you're on keto or carnivore, that's where you want to be shopping anyway, around the perimeter. But there could be other reasons why you need to go into the main part of the supermarket. For example, you could be shopping for your whole family. And in this case, the strategy you need to use is to be well fed before you go to the supermarket. It's much easier to ignore those brightly colored cereal boxes and those granola bars and those Pop-Tarts and all of this kind of thing if you are not feeling hungry. So before you go out, make sure you eat something that is satiating. In other words, make sure you eat something that has a good level of saturated fat. What's your experience with cravings? Have you had cravings that you got over, and what strategies did you use to overcome them? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you enjoy my videos and you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Click the join button under this video or the first link in the description. Thanks again, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.